Hey, everybody.
Hey, nobody.
Or nobody. Welcome to
this...
Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee.
Or is that Noberon?
Nobody on
this is the first time,
live stream.
This is the first time in over a year, maybe, since our beginning.
So. I don't think we've ever started a show with an empty chat room.
Did we do something wrong? Maybe we're not really connected. I don't know.
I have no idea. But we're the only two watching. You have the cord for everything plugged in, and the...
It says excellent condition, connection.
Where's the blue cord?
This is it.
Oh, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, there's somebody. Hello. That's not just somebody.
Gina, it's just you.
That's
Look at
not
this.
just somebody.
We opened with an empty chat tonight.
Yeah, we were like, nobody likes us.
I felt sad, abandoned. Aww. And my sweet Christina's come to save the day as well. We opened with nobody in the chat. We were feeling kind of glum, chums.
It made us very despondent.
Actually, we started a minute or two late, too, to be fair.
Okay, well, there is that. Aw, thank you.
Oh, hey there. Hey
Hi,
there,
Flower Girl.
Gina, my sweet Christina, Flower Girl. Oops.
My cards fell off the table. So it's been an interesting day.
Oh, man.
We decided to try to get some of our all falling down the pike stuff done right now. So we filmed 2 other shows before this one.
We filmed your show for tomorrow.
The emotional exchanges.
We filmed the monthly modality messages. And we filmed my show just to have it done.
So we filmed 3 shows, and now we're doing this.
And we were going to do something else because we're going to get a pandemic video out soon.
I was
update.
a little late on the notification, my sweet Christina, so that's probably what it was.
Oh.
And I see Angel Mary and Mama Teresa have joined us.
Oh.
I'm wearing your nice little pendant again, Mama T.
Sorry, I went with a green motif today, Mama T, but let's see, I got Angel Mary and Mama T.
Video drama with the drama queen, Mr. O.
And I was busy creating new spreads for our business. I was working on PowerPoint today and making some cute creative spreads. I'm not going to give anything away yet. They're very interesting, though. I already tried them out. They seem to work great. I'm going to try it out on Mr. O and see how it goes.
So I guess we're up to the thought for the day?
Yes, we are.
Whatever, the reading.
And I am using, he'll show the box in a minute, the advice card deck, Ask the Queens. Now, here's the byline on it. For those who want to get ahead without losing their heads, because a lot of these queens ended up getting beheaded and stuff. But they have some advice for us. And this is, of course, because it's still Women's History Month, so I thought I'd pull out this deck.
You do look lovely in green.
Oh, I thank you. Aww.
Mama T.
I do like green. It's one of my favorite colors, too. There are many colors I do not like, but I do like green.
So we filmed the 3 shows, and we squeezed in dinner. We baked potatoes, and we had pork chops. And I think we were just about 2 minutes late, so those notifications did go out just a little bit later than I normally do. But I'm glad to see my Thursday peeps are here.
Yeah, it's
Thursday is normally a lighter night for us.
Lately.
Lighter.
It wasn't always that. I mean, it was lighter in general, but it was a little busier than it's been in recent times. Did you show the box, by the way, for the X?
I did.
You did?
Yes, Beyond Belief is a
O?
good way to describe the bark. Beyond Belief bark. 10%.
Let's let the male in the room pick the queen.
Maybe I'm the real queen.
Maybe.
Only you would know. Okay, and we have...
Queen Caroline.
Can I show it?
No. Okay, you can show it. So it's Queen Caroline is our queen for the day. And here is some royal advice for us from Queen Caroline. Meet your spouse before you marry him. By the age of 26, when England's George IV chose Caroline of Brunswick as his bride, she had already acquired a reputation for loose morals. The unhappy couple led separate lives, and George refused to acknowledge her as queen. Years later, Caroline became ill with stomach pains. She died less than a month later in 1821. Some suspected George of poisoning her. So again, meet your spouse before you marry him. Sage advice there.
Indeed.
So that's the Queen's advice for the day. I'm going to put them away.
Alrighty.
What decks do you have for us, Mr. O?
Well, I have my Tarot of the Northern Shadows, and that's the Queen of Wands. And then I have the Adrian Tarot, and that's the Devil.
Wow.
Der Teufel in German, I guess. And that's the back of that. And then finally, of course, you knew I would bring Karma Music and the Star. You, Banshee?
Well, I've got my Our Story Tarot again, the Women's History deck. And look, that's the Keeper of Cups and Eleanor Roosevelt. And then I have the wonderful, whimsical Four of Swords, Housewives Tarot.
Oh, my.
I love it. And finally, of course, because we are all hip chicks at heart, the Hip Chick Tarot. Ah, and here's the Lover's card in that deck.
Nice.
And of course, I have the Cyril Marchetti Lenormand I'll be using today, the expanded version. Here's one of those expanded cards, the Bridge card. All right.
Alrighty.
So on with the show. And who knows, maybe we'll have some time for interesting questions at the end again of the day. See how it's going. I know that one of our questions is still pending, I guess, Gina, one of our predictions about Andrew Cuomo, who still has not resigned. So we'll see if that happens. Our cards seem to indicate he would. All right, so on the list, let's see, Gina is first, and she has her question out there for the weekend with the Northern Shadow deck.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
So Gina would like that. Then My Sweet Christina will be next. And then Flower Girl, Angel Mary, and Mama T. And we'll see if anybody else shows up. I don't know. Maybe we have to switch our nights, Mr. O.
We'll see. I don't know what it is.
I know. Maybe we'll have to do an experiment with a pop-up live stream on another night on occasions and see if how that works out. Also, you can see I have my bunny plate here. Maybe you can, maybe not. But at any rate, it is not filled with conversation hearts. They're gone. Didn't get the Easter eggs yet, but I have some Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies in there. Oh!
Oh.
Because, you know, it may be Women's History Month, but we gotta support the girls that will be making history someday.
That's a good point, Gina, about the Attorney General.
Ah. That could be. You're absolutely right, Gina. I didn't even think of that one. St. Patty's Day. Hangovers.
Alrighty.
All right, let's see what your weekend is going to look like.
General reading for the weekend. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords, and that's reversed.
Okay.
Sounds busy.
Sounds, yeah, active.
And then we have the Six of Wands upright.
Oh.
And then the Moon reversed.
Wow. Wow, I'd say it's a pretty good weekend overall. Wouldn't you, Mr. O? We'll be revealing.
Yeah, it could be that maybe there's a little intrigue that kind of comes out in the open. Maybe if somebody was holding off on a surprise, maybe this is that moment they make a surprise. I'm actually wondering if it's a surprise and maybe it's a gift of some sort. So the question is, are you getting the gift or are you giving the gift?
Yeah, there's something positive here. You know, that six of wands is like a victory or a reward for effort. A reward for something or being acknowledged for something. And the moon is something illuminating and something being revealed that I think, you know, overall looks to be very positive. The Four of Swords reversed just indicates that there's a lot of activity going on. There's busyness or there's active communication going on.
Well, it almost seems to imply, too, that it's like activity after maybe, you know, a less active period, like maybe it's just sort of reawakening or things coming back to life or coming back after a nap. And if you're wondering why I keep looking around, it's because Sunman is sort of being a little bit bothersome back there. I keep thinking he's going to try to jump up on the table, and from this angle that would be a disaster, but I don't think so. Here he comes. He's coming up the other way.
Yeah, he sees there's a better way, hopefully.
Maybe Carol will surprise you. Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? That would be nice, yeah. That would be kind of like a victory.
There's definitely, as I try to keep him away from his area, there's definitely something positive that just seems like finally, you know, some recognition or some reward, you know, and surely for, you know, if she's doing well in rehab, you know, that would be the reward if there could be a release soon. But definitely some good news coming, and also, I think just a very active weekend.
I think, to me, that the idea that those six wands interlaced as a star of Solomon, what have you, sort of coincides with the idea of the star in the tarot deck. And in this particular deck, too, the star is like that. It's literally that kind of, you know, two triangles intersliced like that. And so therefore I'm saying that this has a resonance of the star. So there's a sense of inspiration, hope, or a destiny being fulfilled. And it's all just really good there with the other, you know, cards supporting that. By the way, Mama T, I hope to always be able to wear that, or at least, you know, often. If I wear something really clashing with it, well, maybe not. But
you know, what's interesting is that that, you know, when you mentioned your sister Carol, too, you must have noticed that Four of Swords, they're reversed. That's almost like somebody recuperating or recovering, too. That could indicate that. So, I mean, and that would be a big victory, you know, and a wonderful revelation as far as that goes, if it does tie into that, Gina. But certainly this is a card for working on projects as well. You know, I noticed you mentioned there, you know, the landscaping projects and stuff, definitely.
So let's throw Lenormand.
Let's throw some Lenormand on the subject. If Sunny will let me.
I thought that the eye went particularly well with the sweater I wore. It sort of is a grade sweater that looks a little bit glinty at points. So it was a nice matchup for my wardrobe. I have to put you on as a consultant, maybe. I don't know.
Wardrobe consultant? Oh, man. Good luck with that. You should see how he went to work the other day.
You're just complaining because I didn't wear green on St. Patrick's Day. Except my mask.
You did wear a green mask. Don't lie. Okay, here.
Okay, so the key, was that one first?
Yes.
The key.
I'm going to sneeze again. What is up? It's him.
Him. He's shedding incredibly tonight. And then the park or the maze?
The maze.
The maze.
So I guess what may be key this weekend, Gina, is to try to maintain focus. You know, whatever it is you're doing, try to maintain focus is the key, because it's going to be a little bit difficult. You might be just all over the place this weekend, it looks like, or a little bit confused.
Well, you know, I hate to slightly invert or slightly alter, nuance my reading, but that May seems to coincide with the moon in a way.
A little.
A little. And maybe it's just saying that although it might look a little bit vague or maze-like,
Okay.
you just have to work your way through it to get to that revelation, you know, or to whatever news is coming to you, even if it's not a revelation per se. Follow the yellow brick road.
I like it. I like
that,
your
yeah.
thing too. Very good, Mr. O. Mr. O, who claims he doesn't know the Lenormand, but ties it into the tarot very well. Anyway.
Who knew? So thank you for that.
Yeah, Labradorite. Yep. I have a little piece of Labradorite myself. It's really nice. It's a great stone.
And I really appreciate it. You know, it's kind of nice flair to show that once in a while. So
All right, Gina. So that's what we had for you. Good luck with your weekend. And
Yeah, it
my
should be
sweet
nice.
Christina, you are up. So after my sweet Christina, Flower Girl, Angel Mary, and Mama T.
and I'm hoping to quickly find.
You are welcome, Gina.
Hoping to quickly find the star card from the Tarot of the Northern Channels, because I wanted to show you what I meant when I said it, that the Six of Wands kind of reminded me of that. Naturally, it's going to be the very last card. No, here it is, though. Check that out. I just think that's kind of neat. I like that. And of course, that's...
Hey, Isabel.
Hi, Isabel.
We do not have a long list tonight if you want to get on it.
All right, so my Christina has their question.
Okay, let's take a look. What's mine? Oh,
How do you want to do that, Bench?
she's mentioned the Merkaba to you, Gina?
Oh, okay. That is specifically like the six-pointed star or the Star of David, Star of Solomon. I know the word, but it's escaping me at the
I've
moment.
seen it too, but I can't picture it right now. Well, anyway, I just want to say yes, I love my Jasper. I do. And it will get worn, trust me. Today I was in the green mood, but you know, it's Aries season coming and the red will be coming out.
Oh, the Merkaba is the stone in Mecca, isn't it? Is that what it is?
I'm not sure.
I'm asking Gina because I know you would know.
It is a tetrahedron intersected with another tetrahedron. That's okay. I know I've seen it.
That's easy for you to say.
Okay. My sweet Christina's question. So how do we want to do that? I guess that's like a yes-no, isn't it?
Yeah, do you want to start that way then?
Yeah, let's start that way. We might go for more info if it seems nebulous. Let's start with the Hip Chick Tarot. Why not? Oh dear. Except I have no place to shuffle.
Well, let me shuffle and then you can work on moving
Okay.
it.
I'm not going to be able to move him. I have to move things to accommodate. Oh, just stay there, son. You're fine. You're fine. It's fine.
The gist of the geologist.
Aww. So our cats had great birthday celebrations this week. Treats galore.
And a
They
lot
got-
of people said nice things, so that was really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. And they got their house, their little cardboard house. They love it.
But they're
it almost
very
makes me think we
territorial.
need to, yeah, they can be territorial about it though. So I may have to maybe get another one or two some point. We do have another celebration in May for the day we got them, so there might be another gift down the road. Don't want to spoil them too much now. All right, Mr. O, I'm going to cut them. I'll let you handle them. You want to count them, or I could count them, actually. You can. These are kind of, sometimes stick together a little bit. But, look at that, I didn't have to go far. Of course, I do for the second one. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm kind of lost in the zone myself.
We're kind of quiet here tonight. Sorry. 13. Wow, it's leaning towards no. We got the first ace really, really fast, my sweet Christina, the ace of
Excuse me.
But then we got the strength card reversed, and we've got the 6 of Pentacles reversed. So to me, I think it's just reinforcing that it's not very likely. I'm not sure how to fit in the 6 of Earth. The strength just seems to indicate to me that it is not a good chance that that occurred. It's weak.
The
6 of Earth reversed, though, the 6 of Pentacles is kind of a card of holding back or holding something in. I'm
a little stymied. I get the idea that the main idea is that it's probably not likely. There's just a small chance there. It just may be that the strength reversed and the 6 of Earth reversed sort of indicates there was a dynamic going on, or there was a dynamic about the situation that may involve hardship or ill matching, and that maybe it might just relate more to a perception that they sort of feel that this is there, but the perception isn't based on too much reality, just on a perception of hardship or what the circumstances seems to look like. In other words, there's reasonable doubt, but it's just not quite really the right perspective. Doesn't seem weird?
I want to it just doesn't seem to answer the question the way I would like it to. So, well, let me throw some Lenormand on that and just see if it clarifies anything. But I really feel the strength card reversed is just saying, no, this is not a likely possibility. It's a weak possibility at best. And I do feel like maybe the 6 of Pentacles might be indicating that somebody might be withholding information, maybe withholding something valuable.
Somebody once told me, because this happened something similar in my family, where somebody who is related to me, but felt that their relationship is not exactly truthful, that they were sort of, taken from their true mom, who may have been a sibling of who they ended up with, i.e. they went to live with an aunt and uncle and were sort of incorporated as the child, but they were really the niece. And so that does kind of change the relationship about what the actual parent biology is. But once again, in that case, it just didn't seem like it was likely. It felt like it was more like that's their perception, but their perception might have been based on a sense of hardship or something, that they thought they were treated differently because they weren't the true daughter.
You gave me time to eat a cookie, Mr. O, telling a personal story. Here, this is going to get interesting. Now, I consider that card to be... Hold on.
Hold on.
Where's her question? There it is. My sweet Christina, I think that card is your mother's biological mother, but there's that. Or it's about your mother's biological mother. Was she... I wonder if she was a cesarean section. because I've got that cutting there. The other thing I could think of is was she cut out of the family in some way, or there's something weird about seeing that psychic there next to her.
Right. It does sort of get the feeling like maybe somehow they were separated in some sense. That would be the kindest way to look at the Sith, but it could be that maybe their status was changed totally. Like I said, I can relate this to a situation in my family where somebody feels they're not really the daughter, they're the niece of the family that they grew up in. Once again, it happened during the likely Depression era, and I've heard that historically that some families did have their children sheltered or nurtured by another sibling during the Depression era because they couldn't afford to take care of children. Times were tough, and so maybe there was a confusion of identity. I'm not sure if I'm really getting that from the Sith. I'm just sort of trying to apply a situation that I think could possibly explain it. But see, my sense is that there's a reluctance to tell the child their true origins in some of these cases. And I don't know if that's what we're talking about here.
I don't know. It's very confusing. But I think that it's leaning towards no. It's not a definite no, but it's leaning towards no. It just seems like, but there's something that happened. And I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm feeling like a cesarean section, or there was a cutting out, like being disowned from the family or cut from the family or adopted. Something funny.
Right. Well, questions that I could have might say, did anybody die or somehow separated from the family around the time of this birth? Did anything like that possibly happen, or did anyone have a serious surgery or situation? Did anybody leave for a while and come back mysteriously? Another thing that used to happen in poorer areas of the country, or occasionally just areas of the country that had a different mindset because it was ages ago, was that a woman who was unwed was, considered, immoral. And so sometimes pains were taken to disguise the pregnancy by having the pregnant person visit and stay with another relative for a period of time.
Hey, like Chatty Cathy.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just keep going on and on, don't
He is. So I was just going to ask, though, a question. I'm going to assume your mother's sister did not die in childbirth, did she? Because I also wonder, too, if your mother's... if this person's mother did not die in childbirth. Because that might be the cutting as well. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not really sure. This is a very mystifying reading. We may have to go into this again. Maybe...
Yeah, let's consider that. And I think my sweet Christina is good with that, too. So it is interesting. You always have some really interesting questions there.
I think you should ask next time about, just more in general, about your mother's upbringing, or, more in general, that we could look at that and see what we get.
Mr. Oberon has met his downfall with the Thin Mint cookies.
Yeah, maybe he's had too many already, because he's blah, blah, blah.
I don't want to stop eating them. That's two negatives. That makes a positive, so that means I love
Girl,
Thin Mint.
you are up. Speaking of positive, we're moving along. Flower Girl, Angel Mary, Mama T, and then Isabel.
So it's back on me.
It was a tough reading, actually. I have to say.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy reading.
I'm confident in saying what I said, but I just feel it's still kind of nebulous. There's some mystery there for sure. I'm pretty sure about that.
Flower Girl has a pretty flower for us.
Yay! What's coming towards them? Okay.
Okay, well that would be a good reading from the Karma Music Tarot. So, needless to say, we were pretty busy shooting our weekly shows. Things seem to coincide. So, tomorrow you can catch my outlook on the emotional exchanges at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Saturday, we will release the monthly modality message, probably in the afternoon. And then Sunday morning will be Banshee's Material Matters, and that's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard
Well,
Time.
we are trying to compartmentalize some of our work so that we are better prepared when we start getting more paid for readings, when we set up our web page, and some of the extra work our web page is going to bring us as well. So it's good to try to do things in batches where we can, because obviously we'll even have days where we'll be churning out readings for people. So we plan on being busy.
Raining all day. It rained just a little bit here. It was a little wet on the ground, but it wasn't really active rain. It was just kind of like some slight drizzle that remained.
Wasn't bad at all. I thought we were going to get a pretty good amount of rain, and then it kind of fizzled.
Alrighty.
But we're expecting rain and warmer temperatures next week. Woohoo, 60s.
Flower Girl, you have the moon reversed.
Came up again.
Yeah, I know. And then you have the Queen of Cups. Well, that's an interesting one to go with the moon. And then you have the Juggler, which is more commonly known as the Magician.
Uh-oh.
And he's all clowny faced too. I kind of like that. So this is what's coming at you. It looks like maybe there's kind of something that will rock you emotionally a little bit. It may be somebody... a deception you find out, or a mystery you find out, or gossip you hear about. It may be connected to somebody making cutting remarks, about either your skill level or about your viability in certain ways, how well you perform, the juggler idea there. So I'm just wondering if emotionally that's something you're just going to sort of, let happen. But it will bother you emotionally a little bit, I think.
Well, I don't know. I'm beginning to think that, while this is clearly a week where you want to try to keep your emotions in check, and it looks like you're going to be able to do so, despite the fact that there's some things that are trying to rock your world. One might be that... something, maybe takes you off your game a little bit. I feel, Flower Girl, that maybe you get some information or news that kind of throws you off. You're not able to perform up to your standards, whether it's at work or at school. You're just kind of thrown off your game by whatever is revealed to you. But the one thing is that, so long as you keep your emotions in check, you'll be able to handle it. And I think that's the key to the whole thing, is don't let anybody get under your skin,
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Don't let anybody get under your skin and try to disrupt your routine, because then the whole thing is shot for you, basically.
Right. So to sum it up, it kind of looks like maybe there's just some snottiness or deceptiveness going on. Somebody catcalling, gossiping. It may kind of throw you off your game. You might feel a little emotional and or performance anxiety. But we're going to throw a Lenormand to see there. And hi, Kim. It's been a while, but it's good to see you again.
I would just say to you, there's no need to apologize. Life gets
Absolutely
busy
not.
sometimes.
Yeah.
We're always grateful to see you come back.
At anyone and everyone. So. And
Thursdays have been kind of quiet lately.
when I schedule them properly, Mama T, they do have notifications. But with the live, usually the notification doesn't happen until I send the link when I'm actually going live. And today we were running a little late, so that's what happened with that. So it was just because we shot too many things today. But rest assured, those
It was
will be...
just when we timed the shooting, not that
Yeah.
we shot so many. We have to get our timing down.
No, I'm tired. I need a vacation now.
Man, I worked him to the bone today.
You did.
So, there is the store card. And we have the well, the deep well. So, I think you're going to have to really take some of this in, whatever this is that's coming to you this week, whatever this upset is, whatever this information is, and figure out how to transform it into something more positive. The stork is about positive change, and I think you could do it. This is about turning a negative into a positive. Somebody may try to rain on your parade in some way, or some situation, is just going to try to get under your skin, but you have to be the magician here. Turn that magician around and turn that negative into positive change.
And it is kind of funny because you're right. It was like a low vibration moon, and the magician reverse. That's kind of mediocre, to say the least. But that stork and that wishing well sort of is a belial of that, because in a way it sort of says that although you may be having this, sense of something catty going on, and it sort of puts you off your game. Really,
you have the ability to turn it around.
Yeah, because
all you have to do is do some introspection, and you know how it is when something is disruptive or upsetting. Many people just react, but if you maintain emotional balance and harmony, and you take a breath first and you process, the well is all about going deep. Process what this really means to you. If it's no big deal, don't let it get blown out of proportion, and you can create positive change out of it.
Well, I'm going to take another tack just a little bit, and it doesn't really differ, because the thing is that the Lenormand is actually more about actual functional events, things that actually happen, whereas the tarot can be that.
Yes.
But the tarot can also be about moods, feelings, thoughts, perceptions. And so I'm saying that because this is more of the practical things here, that basically maybe there's something really that will turn around with the perceptual things, because you basically have more positive vibes. You even have a wish in your mind, and witchcraft, magician, magic, they're all the same. Alrighty.
You got it. I'll take the cards back.
You will.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Flower Girl.
So good luck, Flower Girl. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Hey, Angel Mary, you are up, and then Mama T, Isabie, and Kim. Well, so my first COVID shot seemed to have taken okay. I haven't had any issues. So,
and I'm
one
officially
down,
clear from my second one.
That's right.
It's about 2 weeks after my second one, and nothing dramatic happened other than hopefully the immunity is now, working there.
Okay, let's answer this question.
Okay.
All right.
And you're welcome, Flower Girl.
I would say Mr. O.
So yesterday, I had Goth Tarot, and of course, Mama Teresa, my #1 fan, approved. So if you haven't seen it, it's a collective reading that talks about shadow issues, dark side stuff that's not evil, but just, kind of like the things that are in your shadow that you want to explore too. So check that out too if you have a chance. And it's a short reading, so you won't get tied up forever. I keep the wordiness down to a minimum.
He tries. So we're still getting used to our new lights, and we're only using one. We may eventually use both. It does take a lot of space. So
but we're trying to decide what we can do to create a more roomy area, maybe in a different room that we could keep as more of a dedicated studio. We're down here in the first floor in our combined dining room, living room area, and it's not bad. We've been using it all this time for the most part, except we occasionally shoot our other shows upstairs, or have. So we'll see. We have work to do.
Okay, it's leaning towards yes. It's leaning.
Oh, that's good.
But
yes.
there are some caveats here. We have the Ace of Pentacles upright, which is good. We also, at the other end, had the Ace of Swords reversed. But that just means it's leaning towards yes,
Right.
Angel Mary. Temperance, however, was reversed. So what does that mean here?
Well, they're obviously doing some jurying, vetting, weighing of, your analysis of you and or other students or potential candidates for this kind of thing. So the thing is that it's gonna look a little edgy. Maybe you might feel doubtful. You might feel like maybe you don't have everything balanced the way you might want it to look. Maybe that's just it. Is that maybe on one sense the fact that you have differing weighted skills, experiences, etc., may actually be more towards your deciding factor. I mean, I don't know if it might have anything to do with possible diversity quotients, anything like that, but it just may be that something that is not exactly standard may be playing in your favor. No?
The Temperance card, I just was waiting for my turn. I started and then you took off, so Mr. O. The Temperance card reversed indicates to me there is something that is stressful about this. You might be kept waiting a bit before you get an answer. There seems to be something that is a little bit stressful here. Now, I don't know, it could also indicate maybe just a lack of just the way things are out of balance because of the COVID situation right now, and different travel issues and also different restrictions in the various countries. Some countries are getting better, some countries are relaxing things, some countries are getting worse and they're closing things down again. So, I feel that Temperance card might indicate some of that topsy-turviness, which is why it's not a definite yes.
Well, the other thing could be too is that although it's leaning towards us, maybe there's some conditionality there. Maybe that's what Temperance reversed is. There's a conditionality, like maybe they might have limitations or various things about it. I guess that's kind of what you were saying.
Kind of, but also you said the same thing already because, they could be just weighing things because that's also Temperance. I like what you said, but I also wanted to throw in this other possibility with the COVID factor, because it's affecting so many parts of our daily lives.
Right. The only thing that I could say practically that I don't need intuition for would be that the longer you could wait to do this, the better probably. But it may be because of the kind of study it is that it's just not necessarily going to be available when you are ready. Or when you think you're ready, but only in a certain time application. Okay, so we have our
friend. Has
friend.
Popped up again. Popular card today. So what I think this is telling me, Angel Mary, is remain true to this happening. Just hang in there. The dog is about loyalty or trust. Trust in the fact that eventually things are going to happen. Dig in. The well is kind of deep, so just dig in is what I think it's saying, and hang in there. Just remain true and trust that the universe has your back on this and this will happen.
While I see the whole depthful thing about the wishing well and it being a metaphor or an allegory for deep soul kind of stuff or deep reflection, I also feel too that just the idea about it being a wish is also a dream.
That's
and
true.
So the idea here is that you have that wish, you have that dream, you want that thing. You should remain loyal to it.
Remain true to your desire.
Mm-hmm. Because it's most likely going to work out, even though there may be
it's going to be a little stressful getting
just
there.
some conditionalities that are going to fall into play. But it looks like it'll probably more likely work out.
I hope it does. You'll have to keep us posted, Angel
That would be
Mary.
nice. Yep.
Good luck with that.
So good luck.
Hey, Mama T, you are up. And then Isabel and Kim.
So I think it's time to do a sunny cam.
Okay, what do we see coming during the week of March 29th? Okay. One of yours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's sunny cam time.
The most awesome stare in the world. Yeah, I hope that really works out. I felt really good about that reading myself,
Hey,
too.
it's one of your decks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
You were.
I was.
All right.
Don't forget to like our page. We should have said this sooner. Please hit the like button.
Yes.
We greatly appreciate that. Oh gosh, how many have I had? I shouldn't have brought out so many. He'll take care of that for me.
I just moved them out of the way. But I've had 2.
I think this is my third.
Can't hear you. Don't talk with your mouth full.
Could it be my fourth?
I think you only put out 7, so.
I put out 8.
Oh, okay. You're saying that I've had...
You're welcome.
I don't get it.
And he is my sunny bunny. You silly cat. You are. You know. I think he's smelling my mint cookie. Reminds him of the catnip. Okay.
So we're using the Adrian Tarot.
Week of March 29th. What do we see? Uh-oh. Which one is that?
It's an 8.
Yeah, 8 of Cups reversed. Okay, that's all right. 8 of Cups is reversed.
Strength is reversed. And Empress is upright.
Oh,
So there's a mixed bag going on here. There's some
definitely.
differing energies because you have 2 major arcanas there.
What do you think of that, Empress and Strength? They almost seem to be
Contrary.
Well, the 8 of Cups reversed just indicates to me that you might be going back to something. You might be returning to something from the past. Something from the past is calling you back.
Right. There's either an issue or a situation that you have to revisit for some reason. There's some work to finish. There's a person to say something to or say goodbye to. There's something that you have to not forget before you move ahead. And it may be that that impulse will also make you realize that you have to work harder, perhaps, on some of your own anger issues if you have those, or issues where you sort of feel that maybe you can actually use some force in a situation rather than trying to avoid an overreaction. Your best course really is telling you that you kind of have to let things grow a little bit before they flourish, that there's just a prospect that something needs more time, and maybe that's why you have to go back, because something needs more time to resolve.
So I think you're going back to something that maybe you feel might offer you some help or support from your past. And on the one hand, I feel that there may be some merit in doing this with the Empress card upright, because the Empress card is indicating there could be some growth. There might be something from your past that you can grow from, that you can move forward from, that actually might help you now and benefit your life now. Because right now I feel that Strength card, you feel like you're in a bit like at a disadvantage right now, in some kind of weakened position. You just don't feel up for, some particular challenge in your life, and therefore you're looking for something from your past to kind of support you through this. And I feel that maybe there is something there. Either there's somebody from your past, or there is some connection from your past, or something you did in the past that might be able to benefit you now.
It's growth that is not finished from other projects, something from behind you. And I think it's saying that you have to finish that before you can really move ahead. I think it's time for our Lenormand.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, generally that card, that 8, is one where you revisit the past because something is left unfinished. I feel there is something from the past that just you might need to incorporate into your present. I'm not sure that it has to be finished in this case, but I certainly see why he thinks that.
Well, the problem or whatever for me is not so much that it's the past. It just could be really, really recent. It could just be recent decisions are just kind of pulling up some dead ends that need to be addressed, or they maybe change things not enough. I mean, to me, there's a dichotomy of change here in Strength Reverse. The idea that you could make a choice to two different things that could be more effective or less effective. One of them could be changing attitudes, either within yourself or others. The other could be just trying to force some of these changes through on a more physical level by just doing certain things. Thank you. But your key really will be, finding the way to grow out of that. What do you got? Okay, so the swift action of the whip. Lenormand number 11.
And it's interesting because you were talking about some aggressiveness with the Strength reversed, were you not?
Yes, at one point previously? I did mention that. Mm-hmm.
Because the whip can be aggressive, swift actions, but it's coupled with the book here. So what I think it's saying is that, this week of the 29th, I think there's going to be some big revelations. You're going to find something out that will really, hopefully, help you. But sometimes we find things out through maybe not such pleasant circumstances. It may not be pleasant, but it will tell you what you need to know.
Yeah, I was definitely not keeping it in mind that this is really about, 10 days in the future here.
Right.
And so therefore it looks basically like a certain situation is basically going to meet another situation that it's been waiting to happen. Two forces or more forces are going to meet, and the outcome could mean that you still have this other work to do, or the outcome could mean that you find out things that really give you that growth that you need there. Because that's what I think it is that there's a quicker resolution once this really happens, and what you find out is what gives you the information to address those changes in the past that you needed to make, or that recent thing that you needed to change direction on. Yawn.
No, I'm good. I think that was good.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I was just kind of glad that who moved, because now I moved.
Oh yes, the Sun Man
tablet. We'll see how he tries to mess with us now.
Okay, so
all right, that's all we have for you, Mama T.
There were some interesting energies there.
Yeah, sometimes, I don't know if this was an issue related to health matters at all, too, but sometimes strength can be about health as well.
Okay.
I'm just throwing that out there. We're going to move on, though, to Isabie. Isabie, you are up, and then Kim.
Thanks, Isabie. I made you laugh.
He makes me laugh a lot.
But that's when I hold you down and tickle you.
Oh, man.
Motivate me. How do I do that?
Motivate you. Is that what you want? That's your question? All right.
Okay, so is it your deck?
Let's just see what's out there for Isabie.
Okay. So it's your deck.
It is my deck. Well, I want to go back to this one, I think.
I see. Okay. Well, like we like to tell everybody, you know, we can give you a way of looking at things, but we can't make up your mind for you, and we can't necessarily say this is absolutely your fate, because we don't even believe that. We just believe that the cards help you understand things.
It tells you something in a moment in time, and you know, your actions from the moment you hear the reading will dictate how it goes from there. You can change your own fate.
Right. Everything you hear gives you an ability to make changes.
And that's why I love reading for people, is because it gets you stimulated to think. All right. Shuffle the ginormous cards.
Ginormous.
Well, they're not as big as some of our cards. Man, I was looking at that one. What is it called? Was it the Alchemical Tarot? Welcome. I forget. That thing is huge. Hey, you're welcome, Mama T.
Now, if Yola was here, she'd say...
Bottom card. Which is cool. I don't mind doing that.
I like that.
Sometimes I will look at it and see if it seems like it applies.
Spirit speaks to people differently.
That's true. Ready?
Ready, set, go.
All right, let's see what we have here.
To motivate Isabie.
Okay.
We do.
So we have the Nine of Earth, which is the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the Four of Cups, which is the Four of Feel upright. Then we have the Lovers reversed. Seems to me, as far as motivating goes, it seems like a lot of introspection is going on here. You know, so I don't know. I think in order to get motivated, you're going to have to do a little bit of soul searching. The Four of Cups indicates, you know, you kind of just staying back and trying to really figure things out right now, and it may be related to the Nine of Earth. Like where you are at in your material life right now. Are you really satisfied with things? Is it your home that you're not happy about? Is it your income? Is there something like that just seems like it's not fulfilling? It's not that you don't have enough necessarily, but it's just, is it really what you need?
Well, you know, there's that old saying that us old timers would remember, necessity is the mother of invention. And so that's what that card says to me, is that you need a cause, you need something to motivate you. You need to feel that there is a need for something, but it has to be really special. It has to be something that you've thought about and that really meets a certain standard of getting there. So you just don't want anything to motivate you. So with the Lovers reversed, that's maybe saying that you really want to stretch yourself differently by going really in a different direction than you do. And that's not saying like you've been a chase person, now you're going to be a naughty person, but it is signifying the idea that there's a real divergence that you want to look for in some way. You want to really, play. I hate to use those metaphors, but I'm a Scorpio. You want to play 50 Shades of Grey.
Whoa.
Or that, as you can relate that you just really want to have a sense of something different.
Something challenging, something exciting, something that really calls to your spirit. And, is heartfelt. I mean, because that cup, the Four of Cups, it's like you want to really feel passionate about something and put yourself into that.
True. And in some ways, the Nine of Earth reversed, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, I'm saying true about your unfinished projects. That sort of speaks to the idea that none of them are really making you as pleased as you want to be right now, too. So that's why you have the Four of Cups there, because you really want to find that one thing that will please you, and maybe it's really going to another area for yourself.
So I don't know if I really addressed the Lovers reversed enough, but I kind of think I got it in context there. It's also about the choices you make. You're tired of maybe doing things that just aren't serving you well. The Lovers reversed. You're tired of making wrong choices. This is something now you want to do because it is really heartfelt. It is something that means a lot to you.
But sometimes that's the Nine of Pentacles reversed too.
That's
is that
true.
Certain things
true.
don't please you as much anymore.
Right.
And so that creates that idea of change.
Yeah, they kind of fit together pretty well.
And there's our man.
Over here.
Hello.
Come on. He won't.
Oh, no.
All right, I gotta switch gears. He snuck in. He got me at a bad moment. All right. Let's do the Lenormand. See what we can add to this. Yeah. Give me those eyes.
He's looking at the wiggly bunny.
Oh, was he?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right.
It's spring fever. It's cabin
does this
fever.
have anything to do with your home at all? Because here I've got the home card, and then I've got the flowers, which to me signifies maybe beautifying or doing something around the home to create a more happy or joyful environment. But whatever it is, it seems as though, or the other thing is, it's something to do with, making yourself, doing something for yourself, your physical body. Because, that's your spirit's home. And so I almost feel like maybe it's doing something for you, positive for you.
Well, that's kind of interesting, too, because to me, I often think that Four of Cups is the card of a meditator. Meditators turn the key, they sort of advance their mind in certain ways. And so that's saying is that maybe you want more introverted practices that bring you into more meditative states, or where you can analyze things, you can think about things. Maybe the meditation is the key to figuring out what exactly would please you the most to do. You've mentioned the crafting a lot, so I understand that.
Interesting.
So a lot of this is really figuring out what is that new thing you really want. You haven't found it yet. And it's going to be a challenge to you to find that. Maybe it comes to you as a gift in a way. Because I sort of see that's the flowers, right?
Yes.
Is that a gift?
The flowers has a lot of different connotations. One is something of beauty, beautifying things. It can be a gift, it can be a prize, it can be a certificate. It's something that brings you joy. So when I'm looking at it with the home, I just keep thinking that it's either for your home or for yourself you need to do something. I see you mentioned your studio there.
Yeah.
And your question was about motivating. Maybe you need to motivate and get that done for yourself. Maybe also, like I said, there's other projects. It's got to be something that really calls to your heart, though, and inspires you. Well, I I hope this hodgepodge of stuff has made sense to you, Isabel. But that's what we have for you.
It's what
Boy,
we
the
got.
cards seem to be all over the map today.
A little
or
bit,
we
yeah.
are. And I won't
No
rule
comment.
that out.
No comment. No comment. No comment.
I'm sitting here drinking green tea and probably getting all wired or something.
All right.
Hey, you are welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Get that studio done, I say. Hey, Kim, you are up.
All right, and have fun with your sister Carol. Thanks for everything you do.
Oh, take care, Gina. Hope you have a good weekend. We might be calling it an early night, too. We only have one more reading from Kim and we're done. So waiting on Kim's question. Are you eating the rest of those cookies?
Just one. See you Sunday.
Take care, Gina. Hope to see you then.
Kim's over in England, the UK, right?
Yep, I think so.
So it's later for them too there.
So it's possible she booked on us? Did she say?
Well, we'll give them a moment. Did they leave a question?
I'm looking. It's been a while. I've been busy. Sorry. It's the last thing I think I've seen.
Well, let's give them a moment. But I wouldn't mind calling it an early night.
Do you want to give any announcements?
Yeah, we'll just go through our announcements then. So, as always, we love you. As always, you need to like us.
Like us too, please.
Don't forget that we are on next Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check it out. Don't forget to watch Goth Tarot.
Goth Tarot.
Don't forget tomorrow is Oberon's Outlook.
EE.
Don't forget to watch Sunday's Material Matters.
MM.
And don't forget that on Saturday, it's the monthly modality messages.
Triple M.
And Sunday, Soul Stories will be back.
Someday.
And that's about it.
That's it. And I guess Kim has probably went to sleep. So I guess we could take any additional questions somebody might have in the room right now. Other than that, we will close out.
Depart. And yeah, there may be no other people present other than us or
anybody
maybe one
else
other
in the
person.
room right now?
Let's give it just a moment or two. I'm just going to chill here.
Breathe, Mr. O, breathe.
Sunny? I don't know. It might be, a can of Fancy Feast.
That's his favorite food, the cans of Fancy Feast. Yep.
But, he's fortunate. He's well provided for, so he does his readings free for love. Unfortunately, we have to shuffle the cards for him, so he hasn't done too many lately.
Was the corona part of a hidden agenda?
Oh,
Ooh.
Let's
use one of Mr. O's decks for that one.
We're going to use the Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
Wow. Well,
Who knows?
Who knows anymore, I'm not much into conspiracies, but I will say that
Nature's hidden agenda.
it could very well have been man-made because...
or just something to do with we didn't regulate the situations that would have kept it
Right.
controlled.
There might have been experiments that ran amok and stuff. I'm more of a believer of that than anything, but, because I do think that, people are not being as careful as they should be in industries anymore. There's lots of errors, mistakes happening. So I can't rule anything out. So let's see. Is that a yes, no?
Yeah.
And of course, remember, this is only the tarot. It may not be right, but let's see what it has to say. I'm very curious. Some of these readings we've done have been pretty cool. So, count them out, Mr. O.
The yes or no has a really good chance of telling you exactly what you need to know, as much as anything else in the tarot. It's leaning towards no. It's only slightly possible that that's the case. We have two other cards. Oops. The King of Discs, the King of Pentacles, and that's reversed. And then we also have the Ten of Rods upright.
Wow.
And...
Oh, do I? Go ahead. I'm going to let you go. Because I have something to say.
Well, the Ten of Rods clearly talks about something that's contained. And so I'm wondering if that means that the control over it, the King of Discs, the King of Pentacles, meant that somehow that status quo changed. Do you want to jump in?
I do, but I'm not going to go that way. You know, the Ten of Rods is burdens and stress and stuff. And I feel that what this is saying is it was not a conspiracy, but the entire Corona thing has been poorly managed. It's been totally mismanaged with the King of Pentacles reversed there, and it's caused undue burdens on civilization as we know it, society as we know it.
Bingo.
Bam!
That you nailed it. That's exactly right. Basically, that's saying is that it should have been contained too. That
Yeah,
from
I
the
could
implication
see
of the
that.
virus, it should have been contained.
Mm-hmm.
But we know what happened. That the king should have been doing more with that. But that also too, that basically the mismanagement, that's really so appropriate there, really has led to a lot of limitations.
Because, you know, Pentacles, too, it's interesting it's the King of Pentacles, because Pentacles, they have that health body aspect to it, too, being Earth. And so that's why I'm thinking, nope, this is a manager.
Material.
You know, this is how we manage the healthcare crisis.
It's material.
Poorly. So that's interesting. Good question.
Good question.
Yeah.
MCC.
And honestly, I think we got to end early again, guys.
We're going to end early, yes.
But you know what? Tell people to come and join us. We'll try to get word out to get more people here on Thursdays as well. Thursdays have just been a little bit of a slower night.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We will hang in there with you, and we will be back next Thursday, same time, same place. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.